Good morning, fellow viewers, gardeners, and all humanity and the animal kingdom. Alike this morning. A little bit going on in the garden this morning. I did a lot of sweet potato slip dividing for a lady on Oahu who wanted some of the sweet potatoes I was collecting. So that will be another video that'll follow. I have a bit on propagating sweet potatoes for those of you who have never done it. So we got that one going on in the garden. We have the Hawaiian cocktail pepper is starting to fruit again. I do have these seeds on my website. You can see the peppers right here. That's a little cheese pepper. Looks a lot like a pumpkin. Fruit is very delicious. It's nice and sweet. It has a good smell. The smell is, again, a little habanero-like, similar to the ají dulce out here. In this climate, it's quite perennial, lives for years. I like it. It's very resistant to local conditions, and it's just a tasty little thing. Otherwise, right here on my cucumber vines, cucumbers are cute little guys here. You know, we all love our cucumbers. I love my cucumbers. Today I'm making cucumbers with Greek yogurt, onions, mint, a little bit of tomato and cumin in there to eat with my lunch. Cucumber is a very useful thing. It's also a big problem to raise around here because we have a moth that lays eggs in the cucumbers, in the vines, and so on. And then larvae hatch out. They make holes in the cucumbers, make them rot. They eat through the vines die off. Well, this year I managed to get a set with Q lure out here, the C-U-E lure. I don't even know what the acronym stands for, but that's what they call it. And so I've got Q lure in my trap, and you'll see here some nasty little brown moths, lots and lots of them. Oh, another moth too. I don't know much about that one. Anyway, this Q lure is attracting the moths that typically destroy my cucumber vines. I'm very pleased with this, and so the news is use Q lure on them stupid pickle worms. So as far as the lava flow is concerned, we did pick up some interesting images. I have one image here of fissure number 8 yesterday afternoon using Ellen's really high resolution and beautiful Canon camera, better than my equipment typically, and so here it is. And I have a few images that I took at the same time. I'd been trying to catch the lays, that's the lava haze, as the lava streamed into Kapoho Bay and that big old cloud down that way. Volcanic glass fibers, steam caused by the lava. That I know of people who are really taking it bad miles from that fissure. The lower elevations here in Puna, anything that's below 800 feet, and definitely towards the southeast, is filling up sometimes with this stuff, unless the wind blows hard. To repeat on lays again, those of you who are not familiar with Hawaiian volcano terminology, or volcano terminology period, VOG, V-O-G, is basically volcanic gas emissions similar to smog, but caused by volcanoes. Then laze, L-A-Z-E, is basically lava haze, and that's caused when the lava runs into ocean water, and the reaction creates hydrochloric acid, steam, and volcanic glass strands known as Pele's hair. All of it very noxious, and that stuff is really deadly. You don't want to get near it. Otherwise, last night when I was trying to get some shut-eye, every hour or two, Ellen would come running in the bedroom, wake me up and go, "Oh my God, Bill! Oh my God! There's a UFO over the top of the volcano!" And I'm going, "Huh? Whoa!" And so I come running out with a camera, and I attempted to catch this thing. There was something out there. I don't know what it was. It was flashing in red and green lights and moving around up and down, coming closer to us, going further away. It was very possibly some guy's drone. It was silent. I don't know. You judge. Here's whatever I could get of it. Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, well, that's a real interesting UFO. No sound out of it. Looks like the spacemen have come down to visit the lava flow. Otherwise, we also had some incredible fire in the sky last night. All of this again, we're 19.5 miles away from fissure number 8, and we're a little over 20 some miles, about 22 I believe, from the Lay's entry into Kapoho Bay. So we're at a pretty good distance, and man, I tell you, that stuff is really active down there because we can see it all the way up here at the house. So a few interesting things have come up in the news. The county of Hawaii is discussing the idea of a land swap. Um, I've seen editorials in the paper about this from people who say, "Oh, it's a terrible idea, terrible idea." I don't know. I'm not sure what their problem is, but if you really think this one out, allowing people, the land swap amounts to that the county will offer you parcels to rebuild on that are out of the destruction zone, and they'll offer the parcels in places where lava is not impending. So basically they'll move people to safer regions, which I think is it's just a wonderful idea. To me, it's not only is the idea of aloha here, which is in the spirit of the islands. The poor people have had their places completely destroyed by all this, and I mean, it's like, what do you do? It's gone. I mean, and I don't think most of them want to leave. We like it here, volcanoes or not, most of us. A few have vacated and probably will never come back, but by and large, I believe most will relocate here in the islands. Now, there is not going to be any replacement for Kapoho Bay and the Waiapati tide pools, the marine preserve. That stuff was unique, unique in the world, definitely unique in eastern Hawaii. There was no other real estate like it. It was spectacular. Basically paradise, all right? Beautiful waters, beautiful reefs, fish, turtles, houses right up to the shores and so on. We don't have much of that here. It was very little swimmable water. Kapoho Bay was swimmable. Most of our water is just too violent. It's beautiful, got lots of nice tunas in it, but it's not good for swimming or snorkeling. So there won't be anywhere that the original land could be replaced, but offering people the option of moving to other parcels as a land swap with the county, I think expresses ohana and aloha spirit, but it also talks about money, because to begin with, the county and the state are intimately responsible for the fact that people lived in that area. It's a long story. I'm not going to go into it right now, but the state actually helped to subsidize insurance policies. Nobody would insure in Lava Zone 1, so you couldn't get a loan, you couldn't build a house. Well, the state took care of that because they were afraid that, Hawaii was getting overpopulated, people didn't have any place to live, and so allowing this option for lower income people, that was the original idea at least, so they could get a loan to build a house. Well, it was good in spirit, but in reality, wasn't such a great idea, because now it's costing a couple $1 million a day to deal with the problems generated from it. And really, I think we can blame the state and the county for it having happened to begin with, because they didn't have to zone for residential in that region. There's also the other issue, and this is costing us all a fortune. The excise tax will probably go up because of it, and we're losing property tax rolls. That was so much, some of it very high-end real estate here, beautiful houses for vacation homes. 80% of what was in Kapoho Bay was vacation homes and vacation rentals. There was a pretty good tax levy on that stuff, and that's all gone now. We're not getting any more money out of that at the county level. It's just a lava flow. So by allowing people to trade off the lava inundated land for safer land that the county owns and other locations, will not only create less hazards in the future for people that live here, but it will also bring the tax rolls back up. So I think land swap is a great idea. I don't know whether they're going to go through with it or not, but it's certainly been thrown on the table. We can look forward to that possibility. I say it is definitely in the aloha spirit of the islands. When the hurricane comes, or when the volcano blows, when the earthquakes happen, it ain't going to be the White House, it ain't going to be NASA, it's not going to be the scientists, and it sure as heck isn't going to be your local church. And your local church may very well go ahead and put up a shelter, but other than that, nobody's going to save you from these events. And this is a daily understanding here. A lot of people really get it. It's cultural. You don't see that too often. You know, the idea that we are powerless against the forces of nature. Creation and destruction, chaos and order, harmony, disharmony, they're actually all one interconnected cycle. You can't take them apart and say, oh, that's ugly and mean, or this is in the light and it's pure, you know. It doesn't work that way. The universe operates on a principle of having to destroy everything around it in the process of recreating everything. Life is all about unfinished business. All of us think that we have more time than we actually have. This event, I think, was an excellent example of how time schedule's not on your clock, man. It's on another clock completely, and it runs at its own rate. So just remember, you run out of time real quick here on this planet. It's a tragedy, yet it's incredible. I guess that's how it is. You know, they always say that it takes fire to smelt the gold out of the lead ore. That's just what's happening. Aloha. You all have a wonderful afternoon.